Morning, students. Let us continue with the lesson Ranga's marriage. You must have already read the first part of the story, which is an interesting story about a man, Ranga, who went to Bangalore to educate himself. When he came back, he was the only person in the village who knew English. And now he was quite old to get married. So he went to Rangappa's house, and Rangappa wanted that he should get married to a very nice and beautiful girl called Ratna. So let us continue. I will read the lesson and you try to understand. I went to our Shastri the next morning and told him, keep everything ready to read the stars. Now, who is this Shastri? Shastri was an astrologer to whom the narrator had tutored to tell him exactly what he wanted so that the boy would be impressed by the future of his and he would be ready to get married to Ratna. I'll come later. I tutored him in all that I wanted him to say. I found no change in Ranga when I met him that afternoon. What's the matter? You seem to be lost in thought. I said, Nothing wrong, believe me. Headache. Come, let's go and see a doctor. So the narrator asked Ranga what was the matter. Why was he so sad? The narrator was inquiring that whether he was having a headache or not. But Ranga said, I'm quite all right. I have no problem. I have no headache. I am my usual itself. I went through the same thing when the process of choosing a girl for me was going on, but I don't think that could be a reason for your present condition. So the narrator said to Ranga that even I went with the same process while my parents were choosing a girl for me. Ranga stared at me. Come, let's go and see Shastri, I suggested. So the narrator suggested Ranga that let us go and meet the Shastri or the astrologer. We will find out whether Guru and Shani are favorable for you or not. Ranga accompanied me without any protest. So Ranga accompanied the narrator without any protest. As soon as Shastri saw me, he exclaimed, What a surprise, Shama! Haven't seen you for a long time. Then as they reached the Shastri's house, Shastri exclaimed, What a surprise, Shama! Shama is the name of the narrator. Haven't seen you for a long time. Shama is none other than your servant, the narrator of this tale. I got angry and shouted, What? Only this morning? Shastri completed my sentence. You finished all your work and are now free to visit me. Had he not done so, I would have ruined our plan by bursting like grains that are kept in the sun to dry. I was extremely careful of what I said afterwards. So now let us see what the narrator wants to actually tell us. The narrator tutored the Shastri, that means he taught the Shastri what to tell when Ranga comes to his house. Everything went according to the plan. Shastri was well tutored, that means the narrator had taught him what to say. He did as he was asked to do by the narrator, and Shastri also followed his orders by saying and doing whatever he was taught. He asked Shastri if there was any chance of their negotiation bearing fruit with Ramarao's niece Ratna. So the narrator wanted that Ranga should marry Ramarao's niece Ratna, and they had planned this meeting. Shastri turned to Ranga. When did the young son of our accountant clerk come home? What can I do for him? It's very rarely that he visits us. So Shastri, as he was tutored by the narrator, he asked, when did Ranga come back home? Because Ranga had been to Bangalore to study. So, what can I do for him? Shastri inquired that what can I do for Ranga? It's very rarely that he comes and visits us because Ranga never goes anywhere. So the Shastri said that it is rare that Ranga comes to our house. Take out your paraphernalia. Paraphernalia means the book that is kept by all the Shastris to tell about the future. Our Rangappa seems to have something on his mind. Can you tell us what's worrying him? So the narrator asked Shastri that Ranga's mind is thinking something, and what could be it? What was being worrying him? Can you say something? Shall we put your science of astrology to the test? So the narrator said, can astrology and science be put together to test your knowledge? There was authority in my voice as I spoke to Shastri. He took out 2 sheets of paper, some cowries, and a book of palmistry, and a book of palmyra leaves, saying, ours is an ancient science. So the Shastri took out some cowries and some books, some pages, some leaves, and he set them in front of Ranga and said, this is an old and ancient method to tell about the future of the people. There is a story to it, but I won't tell you that story now. This is not a Hari Katha, which allows you to tell a story within a story. So what is a Hari Katha? You often go to hear the kathas that takes place in your house or somewhere around your house, your neighbors. So he said this is not a Hari Katha where you will find stories within the stories. You may get bored I'll tell it to you sometime other time. So the narrator told Ranga that actually the girl was not married. Then he asked Ranga if he had Ratna in his mind. Ranga admitted. Shastri moved his lips fast as he counted on his fingers and then asked, "What's your star?" Ranga didn't know. Star means आपकी राशि क्या है, ऐसे शास्त्री पूछ रहे थे. But Ranga did not know what his stars were. Never mind, Shastri indicated with a shake of his head. So the Shastri said, "Never mind if you don't know, I will find it out." He did some more calculations before saying in a serious tone, "It is about a girl." I had been controlling my laughter all this while, but now I bursted out laughing. I turned to Ranga, exactly what I had said. So the narrator, as according to his plan, wanted that Ranga should marry Ramarao's niece Ratna, and that's why he had told Shastri what to say and what not. So, according to the plan, the narrator had told Shastri that he should say something, that it is about the girl about whom Ranga is thinking. And after Shastri said all this, Ranga, the narrator, bursted into laughter because the Shastri was doing as he was told. "Who is this girl?" "It was your humble servant who asked the question." Shastri thought for a while before replying. "She probably has the name of something found in the ocean." So the narrator said, "Who can be this girl?" And Shastri replied that it is something that is found in the ocean. That means some precious stones are always found in the oceans, and it is called Ratna. And therefore, he said it is something found in the ocean. Then he said, "Kamala, maybe. Could it be Pachi, moss? Must it be moss if it's not Kamala? Why not pearl or Ratna, the precious stone?" So they were finding out the name of the girl, and they said several names like Kamala, pearl, Ratna, precious stone, Pachi, whatever. So Ranga admitted that there was greater truth in the Shastra. So now Ranga was quite happy to see that the Shastra has something to offer. Ratna, the girl in Ramarao's house, is Ratna. Tell me, is there any chance of a negotiation bearing fruit? So the narrator said, "Is there any chance that we can go and talk to Ramarao?" So definitely, he said, after thinking for some time. There was surprise on Ranga's face and some happiness. I noticed it. "But that girl is married," I said. Then I turned to him. His face had fallen. So the narrator wanted to test whether Ranga was liking to get married to Ratna. And as he said that she is married, he saw that Ranga's face had fallen down because he was sad when he heard that Ratna is already married. "I don't know all that. There may be some other girl who is suitable. I only told you what our Shastra indicated, Shastri said. So, Shastri said that whatever the Shastra has indicated, I said that. I don't know which which girl. We left the place. On the way, we passed by Ramarao's house. Ratna was standing at the door. I went in alone and came out a minute later. Surprising, this girl isn't married, it seems. Someone told me the other day that she was. What Shastri told us has turned out to be true after all. But Rangappa, I can't believe that you have been thinking of her. So the narrator was constantly talking about the girl Ratna. He went to Ratna's house and found out that Ratna was not married. Though the narrator knew that she is not married, he just wanted to show Rangappa, and that's why he went inside the house of Ramarao, and within minutes he came back and said, "No, the girl is not married. I can't believe that you have been thinking of her." So the narrator said to Rangappa that I can't believe that you are thinking about Ratna, and that's why you are so sad. Swearing on the name of Madhavacharya, and tell me, is it true what Shastri said? So the narrator took a promise from Ranga and said, "Tell me the truth. You are really thinking about Ratna, and what Shastri said is all correct." Ranga admitted that there was greater truth in the Shastra. What Shastri told was absolutely true. The narrator met Shastri at the well. He told him humorously that the Shastri had repeated everything he had taught him. There was no suspicion. He also praised that his was a great Shastra, but Shastri didn't like the comment. So, sometime later, the narrator met the Shastri and he praised him because Shastri said all that the narrator wanted to tell him. I do not know whether everyone else would have been direct. Ranga admitted, "There's great truth in the Shastra than we imagine. What he said is absolutely true. Shastri was at the well when I went there that evening," I said. "So, Shastri Gale, you repeated everything I taught you without giving rise to any suspicion. What a marvelous Shastra yours is." He didn't like it at all. So Shastri did not like all these praises by the narrator. "What are you saying? What you said to me was what I could have found out myself from the Shastras. Don't forget, I develop on the hints you have given me. Tell me, is this what a decent man says?" So Shastri said that I could have found out all these from my Shastra, but what you have told me, I have just taken the clues and I said what I wanted to say. Rangappa had come the other day to invite me for dinner. "What's the occasion?" I asked. "It's Shama's birthday. He is 3. So, and now Ranga already got married to Ratna, and they had a little son, and they named him Shama. This name was Rangappa took from the narrator's name. So, after some time, Rangappa came to the narrator's house to invite him for a dinner. The narrator asked, "What is the occasion? Why are you inviting me?" So Rangappa said, "It's Shama's birthday. Now he is already 3 years old. It's not a nice name, Shama," I said. I am like a dark piece of oil cake. So the narrator said, why did you name your son Shama? It is not a good name. It seems like a dark piece of oil cake because Shama means black. What did you have to give that golden child of yours such a name? So the writer said, why did you give the name Shama to that such a golden boy? He was quite a handsome boy. And the narrator said, why did you give the name Shama? What a childish couple you are. So the narrator said, what a childish couple. You don't know how to name your son, Ratna and you. I know. It is the English custom of naming the child after someone you like. So the narrator said that it is a custom that you name a child after you like someone. Your wife is 8 months pregnant now. Who is there to help your mother to cook? My sister has come with her. So the narrator said, I know that your wife is once again pregnant, 8 months, and now she is not able to do all the household work. So who is helping your mother to cook the food? So Ranga said, it's my sister who has come to help us. I went there for dinner. So the writer went for the dinner. Shama rushed to me when I walked in and put his arms around my legs. I kissed him on his cheek and placed a ring on his tiny little finger. So the writer, that day he went for the dinner to Ranga's house, and the child came here and wrapped his arms around the leg of the writer. The writer kissed him on his cheek and placed a ring on his tiny little finger. So the writer presented a gold ring to the child. Allow me to take leave of you. Readers, I am always there, ready to serve you. You were not bored, I hope. So that is the end of the story. So, did you follow it? I hope you have followed the story. It is the thought of the writer about a young boy who wanted to get married to a beautiful girl named Ratna, and finally they got married and they had a small baby. They named him after the writer's name, that is Shama. And after some times, as time passed, the child was around 3 years old, and they invited the writer for a dinner at their house, and the writer accepted the invitation and he came and gifted a gold ring to the child. I hope you have enjoyed the story. Thank you.